Hello and welcome to another episode of ViTAC University. You've bought the best kit on the market. Now let's make sure that you know how to use it. Here we go.
Let's go. Hey guys, we're gonna talk through Quickclot today. Each of the kits have these 4x4 dressings in them. This is gonna be your big bleed stop, all right? So if you got something that you're out on the field, at home, something like that, and you need to stop a big bleed, reach directly for this. I'm gonna show you. So let's say Lindsay just got a nice big cut right here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there.
Ow!
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna worry about pressure after we get it dressed, okay? So I'm gonna just get in here, I'm gonna open this. Again, this does have nice directions right here on the back, okay? So if you need to in the moment to just remind yourself of what you're doing, great. But all you gotta do is open this up. You'll open it up. Again, you wanna keep your fingers off of the primary side. You're gonna pack into that wound. But if you have a nice gaping wound, you're gonna actually want to kind of fold it up, and you're gonna want to get it down in there and actually put deep pressure on here. The instructions tell you how long to hold the pressure. It usually is 5 minutes. So you're gonna wanna hold this pressure. What's on here is an agent. It creates a chemical reaction with your body's natural clotting cascade to actually stop the bleeding. So you pack this down in here. Now, if you have a deeper wound, you can add other gauze on top of here to keep it packed and fill that space up. But you wanna just push, hold, and once you have it in there and you're holding it there for 5 minutes, you can check and see if it's still bleeding. Move it, get it out of the way. If it's good, keep the gauze in there, wrap it up with one of the things we got, either your conforming gauze, your Coban, something like that. Get to your next level of care, get stitches, whatever you might need to do.
I have a couple more things on that, Sterling, because one of the biggest, and we can take that off my hand cut. One of the biggest use cases of this is not necessarily gonna be a cut on your hand or your arm. It's going to be for our penetrating trauma kits. That's what really scares me. You know, you'll see in the video, Sterling says it all the time, the biggest cause of death is going to be massive hemorrhaging, or what we call big bleeds. So if we have a penetrating trauma and we've got a deep wound there, you're going to want to get, you're probably going to need a couple of these, or at least probably two, and then have your other gauze ready. For me, I am getting everything I need out in preparation before I start this, so that I'm not putting this in, trying to figure out how to hold it, and then going back in my bag and finding all the other stuff.
Absolutely.
So if you have a penetrating trauma, whether it's on you and you're trying to self-treat, you come across an accident, a shooting, whatever it may be, get this, get all of your other gauzes, all of your other wraps, get them out, ready to use. And then we'll do separate videos when we figure out some kind of mechanism that we can show actual wound packing. There is some great stuff out there through North American Rescue. They've got some cool videos. Some of the trauma surgeons that they have do some really cool stuff. But you're gonna get that packed in, and you'd be really surprised how much gauze it actually takes to fill a wound. So you're gonna get this in, probably another one, and then you're going to need a couple other gauze packs until you really have a mound on top, before you then wrap it in your Coban or your pressure dressing or your ace wrap. And another big thing for me is I'm always maintaining eyes on that. If I see any kind of seepage that's coming out of there, I know that I did not pack it properly, or the chemical agent in the Quickclot specifically did not get to everything. I'm gonna pull that gauze back out. I'm gonna get another Quickclot in there and really control that bleed. You got anything to add on that?
No, that's a great point though, because a lot of the home injuries that do turn to death, that is a great point. You might need more, you're gonna need more gauze. That's why, guys, watch our video on how to pack this kit in order to make it more accessible to you, because we try to, all of our kits, we keep the big bleed stuff all together. Why? Because when you have a big bleed, it is an emergency. The sight of blood makes it feel a little bit more emergency, adds a lot of stress to it. So get your stuff out, just like Lindsay said. Be ready to pack and fill that wound, because especially when there's stuff like even out swinging an axe or something like that, or a saw, and you hit yourself, that's going to be a big wound. So be ready to just pack the wound, get to that next level of care as fast as you can.
Yeah, I love it. See you guys on the next one.